Welcome to Poetic Deafness. I'm really happy about this channel. Really excited. Happy. Yeah, so anyways, this channel is gonna cover anything from just daily videos to just answering some questions, because I know I've already been sent in a lot of questions, and I really want to answer them all, but I understand I don't have time to answer them all in one video. So I would definitely say this. This channel is gonna cover things that don't get talked about, like things that are considered taboo in Islam, like mental illness, depression. Definitely, how do the masjids go about accommodating those who are deaf and hard of hearing, or blind, or how can we be better accommodated? Because that's a problem. A lot of people don't, like a lot of people that even I know, like, don't even go to the khutbahs anymore because of this particular issue. Like how are we able to hear the lectures, when there's no interpreter, or there's no one there to do the closed captioning or anything. So yeah, and it's sort of like, and it's sort of really exhausting to force yourself to to really like try your best to listen, and so on and so forth, and that's the thing. A lot of masjids don't have the funds, or better yet, the resources to even accommodate us, because for one, interpreters are really expensive. They're really expensive. I know because of the fact that I go to the University of Milwaukee. Interpreters there, like, it's their job to sit in our classrooms. Sorry. Yeah, like, it's their jobs to sit in, our classrooms, and to sign, and to take notes, or to just or even just do like real media captioning. It's their job, so they get paid to do that, obviously. But like, when it comes to like events, and like like religious organizations, and so on and so forth, they can be charged up to like $60 per hour. And a lot of people like don't even know how to translate the words from the Quran into ASL or BSL, or whatever sign language that you use for whatever continent or country that you're in. You know what I'm saying? Because every country is different. Every country is different. Thing is, with ASL, is very similar to Canada, but however, it's completely different than than the sign language that's being used in Australia and Britain, and all over the UK. It's completely different. So that's the thing where a lot of imams have trouble accommodating us. Like, who's the most qualified, and who's been doing this for X amount and Z amount of years, and that's the important thing, because Not everybody can sign for us, and that's the issue. If you look at the issues that we had over in the media with random people just trying to interpret things in the news. If you look at them closely, you will see that a lot of the signing that they've done was just nonsense, just random signs and just gibberish. So that's another thing. I become hard of hearing. I was actually born that way. I think my mother noticed it at the age of like 3 or 4, that my hearing was really really bad. Like because like it like because when like a child is born, like they have their hearing tested. Some pass, some fail, and I actually like kind of you know didn't really pass mine. So, but I'm sorry, my laptop just fell. But yeah, let me straighten it out real quick. Okay, so yeah, um, yeah, I didn't really pass mine. So I'll say about like age 8 is when I really started having trouble in school. Like I know I had to repeat uh the first grade. I was born with no hearing bone in one ear and with moderate to severe hearing loss in the other one. So I would say about like age 10 to 12 is when my mother made the decision for me to actually have uh, the surgery for me to have the prosthetic hearing bone put in. So so far it has been working for the most part, but lately in the recent years, last like year or two, my hearing has been like declining. So, and I used to be scared. Like I used to be really scared that I would be like completely deaf and I wouldn't know how to, navigate through the world. And it was crazy how I was in my ASL class at school a few months ago, and I asked my teacher because she had like guest speakers come in, so I asked her to ask her friend because he was in like the same situation that I was in, pretty much, kind of, sort of. Only he didn't have like the prosthetic hearing bone, but he did have surgery though. And at first he was really scared. You know, he said that at first he was really scared, and then eventually he he accepted the fact that he didn't have a reason to be scared, and that's the reason why he started learning ASL as a precaution, and to help him in the long run, and which is why I am also like majoring in psychology and ASL, doing a double major. So for one, because I really need the ASL more than anything, more than anything. So yeah, so that's the reason why I am majoring in ASL. Um, but oftentimes, I did find it like really hard, and still kind of do, to just accept the fact that um, my hearing won't always be normal. So I've come to terms with that on the best that I possibly can. Um, because growing up, I was definitely like ashamed of wearing hearing aids in front of other people. So I used to like go off to the side and like put in my hearing aids, so that my friends wouldn't see me, because I used to get bullied because of that. I used to get bullied because of that. Like I can recall like one specific time where this girl refused to play uh dodgeball with me, because I didn't hear her say, um, no, I'm sorry, it wasn't dodgeball. I think it was kickball. I'm sorry, it was kickball. So I remember her saying that she didn't want to, play with me because of the fact that I didn't hear her say pass her, pass her the ball. So, yeah, stuff like that, you know, kind of things that, that we deal with, and I've even spoken to other people, and, some of their stories, you know, um, have been similar to mine, and or not too far off from mine, and so we can very much relate to each other. So yeah, anyways, I want you guys to stay tuned and definitely see what I would be posting. Inshallah, I'll be posting every day. I will try to post every day, um, the best that I possibly can, either before work, after work, or like whatever. Because I still have a full-time job, so I'm gonna try my best to work around that. And then school is starting up soon again, so I'm definitely gonna have to work around those two schedules. So stay tuned, and I will definitely be posting on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, and Facebook. So yeah,